I know it's been a long time since done any work on this, but after a very long hiatus, I'm going to begin working again on the T-62. First, let me apologize for not updating in such a long time. I've had a lot of stuff going on right now, and probably the biggest reason why I haven't worked on this has been just simple lack of motivation. So I apologize for this. But to make up to it, I'm going to continue, and hopefully we'll see this finished fairly soon. Now, as you can see, I've gone ahead and done some work off camera to help try and speed things up. Most of the work being done on the turret, but I've also gone ahead and done a couple other things. So, for today, however, we're going to be working on these boxes that end up going on the top of these guards here. This is a little important because getting these lined up properly can be a little difficult. However, in this case, Trumpeter has gone ahead and helped us out a little bit by already giving us this one edge already molded, as you can see here. By giving us this one edge prefabbed and set up correctly, it allows us to more easily build upon from there. So let me move this for now. But as I was saying, since if we didn't have that, we'd have to build up the entire box structure. It's a little harder to do since trying to get the angle right and trying to get the stand vertically can be a little bit difficult. What's also nice is that they do include these little tab areas as to help you get this in right. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one going. Okay. I'm just going to hold this for a couple seconds. Yeah, there we go. Now it comes just a simple matter of doing the next corner. In fact, I'll just go ahead and do this entire box here on camera. Now, if we didn't have this edge, what we'd have to do is get this one and this one, or alternatively this one and this one lined up together, and then do the next set. Which, while it may look easy, it's not quite so easy to do in practice. And unfortunately, this is one of those things that, as much as I can tell you what to do, in the end of the day, this is something you can only really learn by doing. So, I'm rushing a little bit. Ideally, you'd want to let these parts set up and dry, but I'll just go ahead and get this last part so it can be done with it. Alright, so there. That takes care of that little box structure. Now I went ahead and also did the rest of them, so that we can go ahead and start attaching it to the tank. If I can get the instructions. Okay. Now for this, I'm actually going to move these aside for a second. I just set these aside. So now here comes the difficult part. I'm going to go ahead and take off the parts I haven't glued on here, most notably these side pieces, because it'll make it easier to get the boxes on. Just go ahead and put this out of the way again. Okay, so now this part is going to be fairly easy, as it's just a simple matter of putting the boxes in the right holes and getting all those to match up. Now for this we have two options as far as how we glue it. We can either probably do as I'm going to do here and just put a little of the glue on the underside, since for the most part it's not going to be seen, so we don't have to be too accurate. Though alternatively you could tag it from the top by putting a bead around the edges of the box and then attaching. Let's see, next box. Now, one thing you do want to make sure of is that you are attaching the boxes in the right orientation to the, as the instructions tell you to, as that's something that you can easily mess up. Now, with regards to these boxes also, if you plan on doing a diorama, they're one thing you may want to consider investing in some aftermarket parts for, as the plastic is thicker than the real thing would be, so obviously a photo etch set would give you a more realistic look to them. Okay, this one goes with these out here. Again, as I said, I'm doing this fairly quickly. Again, I would recommend giving it a little more time to set up when you're doing it. Okay, now this box here I'm not going to attach just yet because we have this little part that we gotta clip out, which I'll do off camera, and be back in just a second and we can continue.